Welcome to Million Fortune Online Resources. We are continuing with Stage-by-Stage Business Development series, and this is the third lesson. In this lesson you will learn how important it is to make your prototype. So let's begin. Chris Crosser said once, "Opportunities don't happen. You create them." For a long time, Hansel has been holding on to this great idea for a new product or service. He can visualize it in his mind, how it will work, and how great it will be when it's made. He saw in his mind how each of the pieces work together, and how it will make other people's lives better. But sorry to break it straight to you, despite his great idea, still, no one wants to invest in it. Do you know why they say it's too risky to invest in his idea? All he has up to this moment is just simply words. He needs to go make something physical that resembles the picture in his mind, creating a rough replicate of what the final product will look like, or the full demo model. That is called a prototype. A prototype is an initial creation of a product that shows the basics of what your product or service will look like, what it will do, and how it operates. A prototype is not meant to be the final version. It's the rough draft form of the thing you are thinking in your mind. It will often have elements that demonstrate how the whole thing will work, or at least how it looks like, even though the prototype may not have the functionality that the final product will have after it is professionally manufactured. The prototype helps you to get a solid idea of what the product will be, and make alterations while the item is still in concept mode. Biondi's law states that, if your project doesn't work, look for the part you didn't think was important. Why do you need a prototype in the first place? Number 1. Get done with testing and failures up front. Real improvement always includes a risk of failure. Thomas Edison once joked, "We now know more than 1,000 ways on how not to build a light bulb." When you build your prototype, you actually prove that you know what you are doing, and if anyone invests in you, it's not because you are going to use their money to test what works and what doesn't. Instead, you will concentrate the investment on producing the final product using a proven and tested method that works. Number 2. Collection of refined and more correct requirements. Conventional requirements collecting techniques, such as interviewing your customers, sometimes fall short because many people find it difficult to imagine your product before they see it. By developing a working prototype, you can demonstrate the functionality to help solidify requirements for the final design. Number 3. More easier way to address a problem. Have you ever thought, if I could go back in time, I would change that and that? So, by developing a functional prototype, you are forced to address both the foreseen and the unforeseen technical challenges of your product design. Then, you can apply those solutions to a higher scale design when you move to the final deployed solution. Number 4. Simplification in getting financial support. We all know that people don't invest in startups, and the one thing everyone is trying to escape is the higher risk involved. By developing a prototype to demonstrate the feasibility of your idea, you lower the risk of investment, and therefore increase the probability that your idea will be funded. In short, your prototype will help you in getting a financial support. Let us be honest, if you are an investor, and two people come to you asking for financial assistance, one with empty words full of promises, and the other one with a true model of the final product he wants you to invest in, which one will you choose? At this prototype stage, an entrepreneur will be faced by a number of challenges. We are going to see how to deal with these challenges and continue to grow your business. First challenge, growth and stability challenge. Surviving in business environment requires professional business experience, expertise and skills. Bringing project into a new environment requires you to focus on developing more skills. What you will do to face this challenge. Make sure you meet milestones, and keeping in mind clear target dates. Make sure your work is proceeding according to plan. Don't be afraid to make changes necessary for production and field testing of your product prototype. Before launching the whole demonstration, launch a little piece. Set the direction and stay in the course. Second challenge, technology and production challenge. You now face the challenge of bringing the technology into a new environment, from idea to prototype stage. You are not developing meaningful, unique product attributes. What will you do? Put your focus at a simple, not ideal solution. The main objective is to get market feedback and adjust your business plan accordingly. Be faithful to the product functional specifications. Start developing production processes and relationships with suppliers and customers and all other stakeholders involved in your key chain. Test, evaluate, and improve your technology. Third challenge, marketability and competing challenge. You still face lack of identity and brand awareness. Market response to the product is below expectations. Your competitors are responding more fiercely than expected. What will you do? Refine your marketing strategy. Selling is not only about content. It's also about finding a fit. So you should revise both your product values and your marketing strategy based on feedback received. Define who your customers are and how they make decisions about buying products or services, and find out to what degree your product and marketing plans fit into their purchasing behavior. Develop market entry strategy. And finally, make a sales forecast and revise. Fourth challenge, financial challenge. Up to this moment, you have no revenue generated, and you have been incurring significant expenses, and more funds are required for working prototype development. What will you do? This is the moment you are supposed to start looking for outside funds. Raise new or additional seed capital for product development and initial marketing. Identify possible sources of seed capital, bootstrapping, business angels, venture capital funds, development funds, crowdfunding. Create your project at Million Fortune solution. Learn about business funding selection criteria and develop your fundraising strategy. Remember, to raise business capital you need key management team, initial market study, cash flow forecast, milestone plan, project presentation pitch, and finally, exit strategy for investors. Fifth challenge, management and team challenge. What happens if there is over-response to opportunities? What happens if one of your great team player decides to leave? Are you prepared, in case of resistance, in development of structure, processes, and controls? What will you do? Prepare your management to change from reactive to proactive style. Development of an effective motivation system for the entrepreneurial team. Learn about delegating to gain control. Employ modern business management approaches. Begin to build structure and controls. Develop effective compensation structure for your team members. Study the opportunity of sharing company ownership if applicable. And finally, delegate roles and responsibilities and keep tracking key indicators. Let's see what you have learned in this lesson. Number 1. Introduction to prototyping. Number 2. Importance of prototyping. Number 3. Challenges facing your business at this stage. And we have seen these challenges are growth and stability challenge, technology and production challenge, marketability and competing challenge, financial challenge, and last, management and team building challenge. Now, as you have mastered all the above, you are clear to move your product to the marketplace. Let's move to the next stage, called market entry stage, and that is to move your products and services to the marketplace. See you soon at market entry stage.